Hi, boys and girls. This week, at the end of the week, we're going to be off for Easter break. So, Easter is going to be this coming Sunday. And so, I have three of my Easter books that I would like to share with you this week. This one is called Bunny Trouble, and it was written by Hans Wilhelm. So, this is one of the main characters right here. And this might give you a clue about what this rabbit likes to do. What do you think that is right in the middle of all those eggs? Soccer. Yep. He likes to play soccer. And his name is Ralph. So let's find out what happens to Ralph in this story called Bunny Trouble. And even that gives you a little clue. And take a look here. This book is extra special because the author came to Finley one time and he actually signed my book. So that makes it extra special, doesn't it? Bunny Trouble. So this gives us a little clue. We see a soccer ball flying through the air really far, don't we? Once there was a rabbit colony that was different from any other. The rabbits here were in charge of decorating all the Easter eggs for the Easter Bunny to deliver. Everyone worked year-round getting ready. Look at that great big pile of eggs they have to do. See, this one's showing the egg. How's this one look? Everyone except Ralph. He cared for only one thing in the world: soccer. He worried his mother and father. Look what's happening when he kicks the ball. Things are breaking, aren't they? It worried the other rabbits in the colony. It worried his teachers in the school where all the young rabbits went to learn egg decorating. Where was Ralph while everyone else was hard at work in the classroom? He was outside working on his fancy footwork. Look, it broke the glass, the window, and came into the classroom. It worried his sister Liza, especially when he ruined her birthday party. Liza loved Ralph more than anyone else in the world, but she knew that one day he would get into trouble. He just didn't fit in. Each year as Easter approached, everyone got busier and busier. The chickens laid more eggs, the painters, the jelly beaner makers, and the basket stuffers all worked overtime. Look at how hard they're working, and look, there goes the soccer ball. Ralph had to work too, but he had a hard time keeping his mind on his job. Instead, he was thinking about place kicks, and he tried just one. Oops! Over went a basket full of eggs. The exhausted chickens groaned. The rabbits shouted at Ralph. "Go play soccer on the other side of the tree so we can finish our work in peace," they said. Look at how hard they worked. And the soccer ball knocked everything over. Ralph was glad to go. He went off to play by himself on the other side of the forest. That night, he didn't come home. His mother wept and wrung her hands. Where could he be? She wondered. And with Easter just 2 days away. So look, he's playing here and here and here and here. But now he didn't come home. Morning came. Still Ralph had not come home. Liza slipped out to search for him. She found him not far away, locked up in a cage. A farmer had caught him while he was practicing his dribble in the cauliflower field. The coach always told us to look where we're going, not at our feet, Ralph joked sorrowfully. Don't worry, Liza told him. I'll go get help. So here's Ralph in his cage. Look at this big lock. What do you think the farmer's going to do with him in that cage? She ran back past the busy rabbits, calling, "Mama, Mama, we must save Ralph. The farmer has caught him and he's going to make him into Easter dinner." "Oh, no, he's going to eat him." "Oh, I knew that bunny would get into trouble someday," wept Mama as she followed Liza to Ralph's cage. It had thick bars and a heavy padlock. "We'll never get him out of there," moaned their mother when she saw Ralph inside. "Of course we will," said Liza firmly. "I think I can get the lock open." Look at Ralph. Do you think he's sorry for what he's done? If you look close, you can even see some tears. Liza worked for hours, but the lock refused to be picked. The bars wouldn't bend. The door couldn't be pried off. "If I ever get free," whispered Ralph, "I promise I will never play soccer again." "No, Ralph," said Liza. "You want to be a soccer player, and you will be too, but you also have to help with the eggs." "And not be such a nuisance," added Mama. Ralph knew they were right. He promised to do what they said. Hours passed. Suddenly, Liza cried, "I've got an idea that will do the trick, but we have to hurry." So what do you think his sister's idea is? She tried to pick the lock. She tried to bend the bars. She tried to pry open the door, and nothing worked. But now she has a new plan. Think about what you think she might do. Make your prediction. Liza and Mama ran all the way home. In no time, Liza was back carrying a small bundle under her arms. She squeezed it carefully through the bars of Ralph's cage. Then she whispered the plan to Ralph. "But what's the plan? What's the plan? What do you think they're doing?" The next morning, there was a great commotion around the cage. Do you know what a commotion is? It means when lots of people are gathering together and all talking and, "Whoa, what do you think's going on? What do you think? What do you think?" Inside it, next to Ralph, was a basket of the most beautiful Easter eggs anyone had ever seen. Some were polka dotted, some were dyed deep purple, and some were painted with rainbows. The farmer's children gathered around. "It must be the Easter bunny," they exclaimed with wonder. "How else could he have gotten those eggs? We must let him go or there won't be any Easter for us." So the farmer opened the cage door, and Ralph ran home as fast as he could. So now do you know what his sister Liza's plan was? Make it look like he's the Easter bunny, right? So they won't eat him because remember they were going to cook him up for dinner. So they let him go. Her plan worked. But he didn't forget Liza's words. He did try harder with his paintings. Ralph even became known for one special design, which he did far better than anyone else, and almost as well as kicking, passing, and scoring. So what was the design he was famous for? It was the one that's right here, the soccer ball egg, wasn't it? So what do you think the message was in that story? What did the author want us to learn? Maybe that we have to do our work before we play. We can't just play all the time. So for you, it's your schoolwork, isn't it? For grown-ups, we have other jobs. But for children, their work is their schoolwork. So first we work, and then we play. Have a great day.